So that's one thing I definitely want to, in any discussion around AI, I want to make sure we're grounded in the fact that like this is we've been through this and we'll go through this again. 5 years from now, we're gonna be like, remember when AI was that big thing? Well, now it's, I don't know, quantum is probably gonna be the next hype cycle, but there's gonna be some hype cycle after this where AI is just like an also ran, but it's some other thing that's the main topic. So there's that for us for sure to consider. But as we are in the frothiest part of the hype cycle right now, things are changing and for better and for worse. So the way things are worse is that if AI is further democratizing attack techniques. So by that, what I mean, that's a fancy way of saying it's enabling lower skilled attackers to be able to do more. And that has always been true. I mean, the dark web is full of organizations selling very sophisticated attack tools that a low sophisticated adversary can buy and then just run. They don't need to have developed this thing themselves. They just pay for it and then they go execute it. And so this is similar in that I think a perfectly illustrative example is when you think about all those scam texts all of us get all day nonstop. They're starting to get better, right? Forever, the red flag. Well, first of all, it's been like some random number texting you some random thing. Right out the gate, you're like, I probably don't know who this person is. But there's a red flag within that, even if maybe you're the kind of person who does get a lot of like random text messages from a lot of random people, maybe just meet a lot of people at conferences or out at bars or whatever. And there was always a red flag that was like just weird phrasing, broken English, weird punctuation. And you're like, nah, this doesn't seem right. Well, now they're getting really good. Like I got one yesterday that was so my as everyone's cell phone number, it designates like what region of the country that phone number comes from, and the text had been like, "Hey, I'm coming to insert that area next week. We should get together." That sounds like a text message that a real human, would send to another real human. And I
Yeah.
think that a message like that was so good because someone, not a native English speaker, probably went to a ChatGPT or equivalent, I'm not blaming ChatGPT, but some LLM and said, I want to say this. I wanted to say it in casual American English. How would someone text someone that said something like that? And probably gave them a whole bunch of options. I got another one that it said something like, it was a joke. I was like almost mid joke, like, hey, remember we were lost for 3 hours because you refused to ask for directions? There's a lot of people, men in particular, who would be like, I don't remember this specific thing, but that is something I did do. And so that's an
Yeah.
example where things are getting worse. Like AI is helping attackers become more sophisticated or lower skilled attackers get better. But it's also helping, like things are improving, I think, for the defender side because various AI tools are enabling us to do more with the same person powers. Like an example might be maybe like data classification. You got this huge unstructured data set and it's this massive bale of hay and somewhere in there is a needle, and being able to pick through it manually, you just might take forever. You might not be able to find it, but AI can comb through it, can organize things. And all of a sudden you're not looking at a whole bale of hay. You're looking at like a handful of hay. And now you can much more easily comb through that. So those are the kinds of things that I'm seeing change.
Yeah, it's definitely becoming more difficult. Like the attacks are becoming so much more sophisticated for what we would call like a low level attack, right? Like it's like almost monthly now. When one will come through to my phone, either an email or a text, and it's super convincing. Like it's sometimes it's even like someone posing as someone else, and it's from a number that I'm not expecting. And man, this stuff is getting way too good. I can't even imagine being, someone, at the end of their career, at the end of, retirement, right? Getting hacked like this or getting, this sort of attack like this. I don't think I would be able to stay on top of it, like even as sharp as I am, like at some point, I don't know, I want to go golf or something for the next 10 years. And I don't think I'd be able to keep up.
Yeah. I mean, even as diligent as we all are, right? Like there it could also just be, even as you're in the profession today, it could just be a matter of timing, right? Like times I find myself like almost falling for something are when that attack has come in, that phishing attempt has come in at the exact moment when I'm actually expecting something similar, like the
Yeah.
classic one, like something about a package. And it's like, oh, I'm expecting a package today. Here's this thing about a package. There's an issue with the package. Now, fortunately, I always like, check myself before I go do that. But eventually, someone might get lucky where the right technique was used at the right moment, where even someone who's incredibly diligent misses it. And that's the reality of the world we live in. But they're getting better. They're getting harder to spot. And AI is definitely helping with that.
Yeah, I'm sure that that attack vector is really going to ramp up in the next couple of weeks with Apple's new iPhone release. I mean, I remember the last time when I ordered a phone, like I got that exact thing. Well, there's been a problem with your package with UPS. Like, okay, well, Apple's shipping it via UPS. you know, I'm supposed to be getting it today. Like, let's go check through Apple. Oh, it's fine. I'm going to ignore this text. But yeah, Ted, it's been a great conversation. I really enjoyed having you back on.
Me too. Yeah, thanks for having me. And for anyone who's listening and is, wanting to like stay in touch with me or learn more about my books or TED Talks or talks or anything like that, it's pretty easy to get a hold of. Just find me at tedharrington.com.
Absolutely. I mean, I was going to ask you before you mentioned it, but thanks everyone for listening. I really hope that you enjoyed this episode. Go check out Ted's books. They're fantastic. I got the first one. I'm definitely going to be getting the second one. Fantastic reads for anyone and everyone. Thanks everyone.
Thank you.